السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حياكم بلاتينيين. يوم مع بلاتينومو حلقة جديدة من فاينل فانتسي 16. زي ما تعودنا. وقبل ما نبدأ، إذا كنت لسه مش متم الفروض ومش مصلي، وقف الفيديو وعلى الصلاة سريع صلي بهدوء وخشوع، وبعدين نرجع بنحضر البارت وبنحضر الحلقة برواق وروية. وهسه صلوا على النبي وخلونا نبدأ الحلقة الجديدة. زي ما شفنا الحلقة الماضية عملنا شوية مهام جانبية وخلصنا أمورنا في المهام الجانبية الموجودة كاملة. الآن لمهمة أغنية الأمل بدنا نروح نحكي مع أوتو بعد ما انخطفت جل، لازم نرجعها. كرن شو عندك؟
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
هاتي سولفينا.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gill. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest gem in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest damn. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than guilt.
عيون الأصليين لونهم بني أو عسلي
messing it all up.
هذيك العين
مزورة.
مزورة.
Me to answer to.
بس أنا جيت عليك عشان أشتري أغراض. شوف شلون نسولف. كلايب.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Is that all?
ننطلق إلى أوتو. قفزة. السكن الجديد جميل بس مش عارف، جزء شكله الأصلي أحسن.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with it?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
مسكوا.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
سوف يروي له القصة لتكن عبرة.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
وين أغراض سد؟ خلصنا من السوالف. من شابه أباه فما ظلم. هذا كلام عربي يا جماعة الخير.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
معقول مخبيين الأغراض عند مد واحنا مش عارفين. فكت
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it.
ما لقيت فيها
Keep
شيء.
looking.
معقولة.
What do we have here?
مفتاح.
Sid's pipes.
معقول يكون مفتاح.
Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
مليحة مد. أحسن مني ومنك. وين ممكن هناك في غلط.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's.
دمية غريبة زي الدمى الروسية.
What's this tucked inside it?
يوجد أعرف أنك بناء الغاز لذا أعتقد أن هذا اللغز سيعجبه. إنه الأفضل من بين ابتكاراتي كلها، ولذا عندما فكرت فيما سيحظى بها ذكرت مؤلفتك الموسيقية ابنتي العزيزة. والآن هذا هو مكان سأحتاج للتفكير في تلك القضية الأخيرة قدر موافق سيد.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising.
راح يكون.
So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
هذا المستشفى. جميل. تقول عيادة مش مستشفى. بس يلا مشيها. أيام زمان والأيام.
Did you find anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee.
The banshee.
Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
أطفال عليهم شغلات. حتى مد يعني ممكن مددو.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
افحص الصندوق الموسيقي.
Cole said it was an army.
ما غيروا اللي عند الحانة. صندوق الموسيقى اللي عند الحانة. هل يا فلننطلق لنرى ما يوجد في الموسيقى الجميلة. ابعد هيك يا ولد انت وياه.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
أبصر شو كانوا يلعبوا بالصندوق.
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
هات ورجيني.
See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
تأثير اللعبة كيف قال إنه الموسيقى يعني بتروح بتيجي صارت لأنهم بضلوا يلعبوا بالصندوق. مش طبيعيين سكوير إنكس. أنت بهاي مهتمين؟
Something caught on one of the years.
Did you break it? Can you
حبيبي
fix it?
ما انتوا اللي خربتوه.
Yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before. It
موسيقى
started
سد.
playing when I removed this. Whatever it is. Well, don't look at me.
شو هذا؟
I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well. Indeed.
موسيقى سد جماعة الخير زمان عنها. اكتملت المهمة بس. نقاط عفق. لسه عفق كمان. هاي نقاط مجانية هيك. نقاط قدرات.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
والله.
Dion left.
Unless you have
هوا.
another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left.
وين راح؟
He did have the
المجنون
decency to leave a
الثاني.
message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he
هذول
did so
الأمراء
in
بعض
bed.
هيك. لكن
His
بعض.
wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back.
انت بتحكيش ما انت منهم.
Then at
اسكت.
least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh? Every moment I waste here,
القطعة الأخيرة هناك مهام جانبية.
I have to get back.
متاحة في الجوار. شو في عنا؟ حزن الحداد رقم 3 دموع الرحمة. طيب غيره في مهام جانبية برا. لا ما راح ارجع هون. فكونا منكم خلينا نعمل المهام الجانبية. ايش المهام الجانبية اللي بتطلع على السريع. ما في داعي نأخر.
He's a surly soaker.
The realm's crops are all being harvested early for fear they won't grow under these skies.
أنا بدي أجيها هاي. لا تقولي بدي أطلع فوق هسه ورد أنزل تحت. واي. لا هي في درج من هون. بنسى المخبأ كبير. بنسى كيف تصميمه.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the
بتذكرها.
yard?
هاي اللي عملت تقوية للأشياء اللي بشربها.
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them.
طيب.
However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
والله تضيعنا انت. يلا ها.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary marble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the
بس
marble,
حبة
I fear
مش قادر تلاقيها بالسوق.
ordinary may not suffice. But as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
يلا نروح نعملها هاي بلس يعني بدأ تزيد قدراتنا.
يلا
جزر. المياه الهامسة مستوى بي. حطيتش على حاجة خلال. طيب ماشي.
You deserve a
انزل
rest.
انزل. يلا اطلع جاي. جزر افندي.
Alright then.
التات سريعة. استعمل عليك كل الالتات هسه. ايه والله ضربني. تعال. وين رايح؟ مجموعة من الألقات المتتالية. ليش انا متسلى عليك يعني؟ ليش تعمل فيي؟
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
إلى المخبأ.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching.
من ورا السوالف اللي قلت لنا نجيبها.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards,
يلا يلا
the results will be
اعمل
immediate.
هذا واعطينا من المنتوج الجديد. سيدي على الجمال والنباتات.
It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards.
يلا هات.
Would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this file as thanks for your assistance.
أشكرك.
The rest, I shall give to Taya.
شكرا لك الصديق الجميل. يلا غالي. أنا هيك هسه نصير أقوياء بس نعمل علاج. بعطينا علاج. تم تعزيز فعالية استهلاكية لحد الأقصى. حد الأقصى. مهمة مين؟ مهمة مين؟ ثواني بس قبل مهمة مين؟ ترى الجماعة ما بدهم يعطونا أشياء قوية. جايك هسه دورك. شكله في لك مهمة. حزن الحداد 3 اسمها.
Said it was an army of a cash.
How may I help you today, Clive?
ورجينا بس
Come to
همسات
claim your
الزبون.
just desserts?
500 نقطة. صحيح تلصم التجلي هذا شو بيعمل؟
All done?
جربته خلاص.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit.
ظلك انت قلقان. انت قلقان واحنا نروح نعمل مهمات. روح يلا تفضل.
Afraid so.
شوف في مصيبة جديدة.
It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved
يجيبون
this posh
المصايب
knob while
بس.
I was out on a
مصيبة
mission,
من هون
and he
ومصيبة من
gave me
هون.
this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
يلا هسه بنشوفه.
I'd speak to him again.
يعني هسه بس نحكي معاه بس هو يقول لك
I suppose there's
مش
no point
فاضي.
leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Bloody hell, Clive. This again. Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
انت هدا
Remains to
احكي
be
لي
seen.
قول.
August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We
زولتن.
apprenticed together back in the day.
حسوا اسم قزم وين كان موجود. ذا ويتشر.
Would I? Ain't seen him in decades,
Zoltan,
and the last time
صح؟
I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he
بس
managed
أنا
it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
هسه بنساعدك تصير تصنع أحسن منه يا.
You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work.
بده يصنع كل شيء مش بس أسلحة.
deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
أنا معاك يلا توكل.
Magic.
امشي.
So, where do you reckon old what's his name is then? Zoltan.
أي بلد بدك تودينا هسه؟
Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
يلا تابر. أو بالعربي تبور. في مسلة طلع. جنبها.
Thanks, girl.
يلا هاي نجينا.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
شو مالك؟ شو في؟
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick.
مالك يا
Changed a bit,
إنسان؟
have you, snotty?
اصحى.
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just
تخيلوا طلع في مسلة للمنطقة وانا
don't
ضليتني
go
اراكض
starting
فيه.
anything with the chief.
صار الوقت يعني.
I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
يلا بلاكثورن يلا. عقريتك. اوه. معقول هاي مهمة فرعية؟ أو مهمة جانبية نحكي؟ مدينة الحدادين بتحسها أو قرية
So
الحدادين.
this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
هسه بنسولف لك معه.
You ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right.
حتى بتذكر الأقزام كانوا بيصنعوا أسلحة. ذا ويتشر. بشكل عام في القصص الخيالية يعني هم مشهورين بصناعة الأسلحة بالذات السيوف في القصص هاي. مش بالضرورة يعني مرات الإلفز بيكونوا الإلفز اللي هم الجن. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. انتم خيال. تحدث إلى زولتان.
ماما.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
شو مالك حاقد على الدنيا أنت؟
You apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're
مالك
getting
هيك متى
nowhere.
يسمع؟
These bearers'
والناس
flames that
تاخذ
makes them
تعطي.
bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
خذ لك الثاني هذا. استعبد هالمساكين.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here, and neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
وانت مش عارف وين تحكي بس يلا سلك لك اياه.
Please, Chief.
في المنطقة هاي في المنطقة هاي بقول لك زحلق.
Let me guess.
هو اللي قال انا ما لي دخل، جاهد النفوس بس. فقال زحلق وانا بوصل لك الرسالة.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last.
يلا يا زلمة.
Clive.
انت احسن حداد في العالم. عالم فاينل فانتسي.
So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them.
Sid المخترع. تحس ذكي يا أخي.
Step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the crystals.
مش مقاتل بس كمان مخترع.
Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August.
All right then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin.
أحلى سلامندر لعيونه.
Luckily for us, salamanders.
بس له الكسرة، عشان الكسرة نجيب لك أحلى سلامندر يا سيدي.
يلا امبروزيو انطلق. خلاص سريع كثير مبنية. كمان قضية هسه اللي شافنا. اقعد الحق واركض راكض. خلاص ركبوا سلمندر سنفور نروح نقص رقبته نجيب لنا شوية جلود منه وظلنا جايين.
ماكل كل غزلان مش مقصر.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
حبينا نتسلى بس. 54,000 على السريع هيك كتب.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
ثلاثة آلاف مية وأربعين، 3250. هذول لازم نطورهم. كان نستعملهم دايما. موضوع سريع، انتقل للمسلة. ليش الغلبة هاي؟
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
سرع الموضوع.
This should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough
كيف
alright.
بس
And
عشان
without a
تتعلم.
single crystal inside.
ما في حاجة بالأوراق،
You know what
السحر
this
والهبل
means, don't
باكو
you?
هذا. تدمير
I do,
العالم
yeah.
بالإيثر.
Dravosht is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest to God's marvel.
تعلم. إذا ما عامل لي فيها حالك، عامل لي حالة في شيء فيش حدا قدك.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair.
يلا مليح، طلع منك شي.
I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up with that bastard.
اعتراف صريح انه هو احسن منه. ان بلاكثورن احسن من الزعيم.
He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravosht needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
والمألمك يا رجال.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers.
هم عجايز بعقل
But what
هذا
matters is,
تنحين كمان.
Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
بدنا شوية بضاعة من كرن. قبل ما اروح على كرن شو في هذا؟ انا مش فاهم. مضوي.
If it's knowledge you seek,
We've
Sent.
tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Still alive, are ya? If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
بدنا 6 جرعات شافية و4 عالية
You'll not find a better price
وواحد
than
من هذا.
that.
شكرا.
Is that all?
خذ.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
كيف لعب؟
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
خذ هاي فحم. بيع.
Pick old cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a
معك
single
هيك
life,
شيء سلاح شيء مرتب هيك نستعمله قتالات الجاي خلصنا.
A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back
صار
on
واثق
form,
بحاله
Blackthorn.
شوي.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
ابتسم كأنه.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
جميل. صياغة أوروبوروس. شو وضع أوروبوروس هذا؟
What do you want?
من وين نجيب لسان حجري هسه؟ هاي كمان أوروبوروس هذا بده. زهرة مربل معي. كل شي معي بس ضايل ايش؟ لسان حجري. من وين نجيب لي اياه لسان حجري؟
That it? Fine.
If it's knowledge you seek.
معقول ما في عند السمع ناتو لقدام. مهمات صيد اتوقع. انا حاط لي عليها هيك شعار هذول سيئين السمعة.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
معي كثير من النقاط. نرفع واحدة منهم. بقى لازم ارفع هاي هسه. أو اتقانها 6000. آخر مهمة جانبية موجودة قبل ما ننطلق للمهمة الرئيسية.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
إيه الإكس بتخلي الكلام يمشي. أنا ما كنتش عارف من أول الحكي هذا.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez's worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
خلاص ما في أمل.
I will.
موت سريري يعني هو وضعه هسه.
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that live. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
طب خليني أروح.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Lost Range. شو قصة لوست رينج هالفترة بعد ما انتشر فيها الإيثر؟
Rodriguez could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
حابة تجرب التطوير. كلكم حبتين ضايلين بس مش فاضي اظل انا استنى فيكم تخلصوا. نيران فينيكس.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodriguez will have...
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
كله مخلص.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
خلاص ما في حل.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm
مين معقول أبوها؟
so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
لقد توفي.
The man you helped today was my mentor. Back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service.
هذا العجوز الساحر. عجوز ساحر. عجوز الموسوم. لازم ما نحكي عنه ساحر. مسكين.
I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change.
ما عليك، كلايف في طريقه لتغيير كل شيء.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
تمام. احنا هنا وصلنا لنهاية الحلقة 31 من تختيمة فاينل فانتسي 16. اتمنى تكونوا استمتعتوا في الحلقة. كانت فجأة طلع لنا مهام فرعية في نص المهمة الرئيسية. مش عارف شو قصة المهام الفرعية. شكل اللعبة قربت تنتهي والمهام الفرعية كثرت، لازم تكشف كل اشي موجود في اللعبة. لازم نعملها عشان تقويتك لايف، عشان نحصل على كل اسرار اللعبة زي ما اتفقنا من قبل. بلاتينيين مشاهدينا الاعزاء، اكيد اذا وصلت لهون معناته انت عاجبتك الحلقة، وصلت للنهاية. بدنا منكم دعم حلو بسبسكرايب، وبنفس الوقت فعل جرس التنبيهات عشان يوصلك ايش؟ يوصلك جديد الحلقات من تختيم فاينل فانتسي 16 والالعاب القادمة ان شاء الله. ومش غلط اذا اعطيتونا لايك. اللايك والسبسكرايب زي ما حكينا من زمان ببلاش، ما بيكلفوا اشي. ونشكركم على الدعم المتواصل. كان معكم محمد ملكاوي، واحلى تحية مني لكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.